1, 2, 3. Wait. 3. 3. There we go. What's going on, guys? This is a video that I have been waiting on to do for a while now, and as you can tell by the title of this video, it is a hot topic going on right now in the world of street racing, street outlaws, no prep kings, that whole world. And it is about Kamikaze and the Elco. And if you haven't seen anything, regarding him and the turbo car running, go check out Tom 80 videos. He's got some of it running at Outlaw Armageddon 4, some test passes, some racing. So go check it out. The car's running. We'll just leave it at that. But in this video right here, I want to talk about the complete evolution of the Elco, and let's kick it off right here. Now, let's start from the beginning, or the beginning of the more well-known El Camino anyway. When the Elco first come to the OKC, Big Chief bought it from someone in Texas. And when it come to the 405 and that group of people, it was actually the lightest car that they had in that, immediate group. Weighing in at around 3,100 pounds, no one had seen a street car or a street race car that, weighed that less. So, it was kind of a new thing for them, and it was a small tire car. And as Chief's car progressed, they kind of quit racing that one, or didn't race it on the streets like they did, and eventually it ended up being the car that today, the one that Flip ended up driving. And Flip raced it for, I think it was just one season on the show, but for a while in real life, and had great success for a small tire threw together car. And it became known as the car you didn't want to get beat by, because it was just a bunch of threw together parts. If you're watching this video, you probably know most of the story of the car, but if not, maybe there'll be some good content in here you didn't know. But Flip got the car, and it was basically parts where somebody else had upgraded in the Midwest camp, and ended up getting through onto that car, and everything worked. Big Chief had a saying: the El Camino doesn't always show up, but when it shows up, it wins. And the El Camino has took down some really heavy hitters, some cars that it shouldn't have had any business outrunning, some big giant tire, fast cars that, like I just said, it had no business outrunning, but it did. And I don't know if it was the car, or it getting in your head that if I lose to this El Camino, who is a pile of junk. Basically, the whole car had holes shot in it to make it weigh less. It was just a bunch of threw together junk that worked. The car used to dance around bad because of the G-body suspension on the back. I have a G-body, a Monte Carlo, and they wash bad. They have the rear end is never set and feels comfortable. It always has a wash or a walk to it. And you can see Chief, he called it the G-body shuffle. I want to say it was Andrade when he was racing a Cuddy. You'd see the back end of the car washing all the way down the track, and he would call it the G-body shuffle. It was kind of a little thing that kind of stuck along with the G-body crowd. And as the tragedy that happened to Flip happened, the car just started sitting in the shop behind Midwest. And it sat there for a little while. If you lost your best friend, you wouldn't want to stare at the car that he raced all the time either. I mean, I understand it. I've been in them shoes. As time marched on, the car just sat there, crap getting through on top of it. When they dug the car out on the show, they said, you know, that actually was how it happened. They went up out of the car, throwed a battery in it, you know, throw some fuel down it, and it fired up. And they said that Kamikaze was the only one who was crazy enough to drive it. And hey, even Kamikaze, he took out some huge name guys in this. You know, you're taking out $100,000 cars with a $10,000 car. You're doing something right. Little small tires, you know, basic, just the very basics. You know, the car was not made to be a race car. It was made to haul hay and haul groceries. I mean, it was never intended on being what it was. But as with everything, when one person progresses, the rest of the people has to evolve to keep up. And where the car was, there was not much more you could just bolt on or throw at it without doing major overhauling, and that is the scenario that Kamikaze found himself in. And according to him, you know, this is when it was big tire, but before he went to twin turbo, he had sunk like over 60 grand into this car. And I mean, you could tell he was still a force anywhere, not just on the list, but a force anywhere that had a race car, street race car, anywhere. I mean, I've seen him take out some huge name people. I've seen him out running Kayla. I mean, Kamikaze cannot be stopped. And I don't think that once he figures out this twin turbo thing, he will still be a force to be reckoned with this whole community of enormously fast cars. And where the El Camino is today is the fastest, the best, the most expensive the car has ever been, with 2 precision turbos hanging out from under it now. And the car has been sitting for a little while. Well, if you keep up with Kamikaze, he keeps you kind of updated on social media about where in the build he is. Well, he's, you know, showed the car being at HPP several times. Well, we seen the car running the other day. And then you see him out at Outlaw Armageddon with the twin turbo, big steamroller tires, El Camino. And if he's on the track, that means the car's been dyno tuned, so they have a basic tune for it. And the car, although it wasn't insane fast, you got to think, this is more than likely one of the first passes he's made in the car. So if that is just a starting point, although it wasn't very fast, it was fast for a starting point. Most of the time you see these guys bring these new cars out to the show, to wherever they have had multiple passes under their belt to get the tune really close to where they need to be. I'm not saying Kamikaze that this was his first pass, but I'm going to go out on a limb and say it was close to it. The car is nowhere near where it's going to be. The car is going to just continue getting faster, and the car will never be someone you take lightly. Without a doubt, the car will never be someone you draw and say, oh good, I got Kamikaze. Because he is always the underdog, and he is always going to shine. Without a doubt, he has a following like you wouldn't believe. Everyone loves to see an underdog succeed, and that is what Kamikaze is, with that car anyway. And with the money he's put into that car, he could have bought or built something other than El Camino. But for that list and that community and all, everyone fell in love with Flip. They fell in love with the car, so I wouldn't want to see Kamikaze drive anything but that car. I feel like most of my subscribers and followers feel the same way. The car is awesome. The car is going to be fast, without a doubt. He is never going to slow down. The car is going to just keep getting faster. It is not something you cannot take that car lightly anymore. Kamikaze spent so much money on it now, it's not the joke anymore. I mean, it's not someone that you know, like I said, you don't think yes when you get it, because the car is not the threw together slut, as Flip used to call it, as it used to be. The car is nothing but a race car now. I mean, it is a full-blown race car that you have to take serious or he will leave you, without a doubt. The car is awesome. The car is fast. We love the car, and I don't think anybody doesn't want to see the car do well. I think it will be a force to be reckoned with when he figures it out and gets all the tune down, and you know, most of all that's going on with that car and all the cars is the tune. Once you get the tune right, you've got it. And he's coming. It's going to happen. We know that on season 12 that they just got done racing in California, and I don't think he was there. We did see Boosted there. I don't know if he was, you know, there with the 405 or, you know, what kind of race that was. I'm going to say it was a race that Bodie threw on and invited the 405 along with some other cars. That's what I'm going to say. I don't know, but that's my guess. But the car's back. Season 12, the Elco should be back on the show. We're all waiting for it. I hope he's at some of the end of the No Prep Kings races, kind of getting in where you fit in type thing, getting the car lined out for season 12 of Street Outlaws. And that is what I'm going to project is going to happen. looking forward to it. Can't wait. Everybody loves Kamikaze. Everybody loves the car. Can't wait to see what happens. But that is kind of, in a nutshell, a quick rundown on the evolution of the El Camino from the time we got introduced to the car and that family of people to now. And I know I left a lot out, but that is the 2-minute version of the El Camino. If you're new to this channel, I have 2 giveaways going right now, and one is when I hit 50,000 subscribers, I'm giving away $500. Simple. All you got to do is help me get there to 50,000. If you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. My second giveaway is the P.O. Box that's on the screen right now. P.O. Box 431, Jacksonville, Alabama 36265. The best package that I received from that P.O. Box. And there's no definition to the best. It doesn't have to cost the most. From the heart, whatever you think will get you to be the best, gets $50. Like a prepaid Visa card or a prepaid Walmart card, whatever the winner wants, we'll get it. But $50 is the best package sent to that P.O. box, and we as a channel will figure out what the best is. That is the 2 giveaways I have going on right now. Any video that you've seen on the screen during this video was given to me, or I had permission from Tom 80 Videos. If you have not went and checked out Tom 80's page, go do it right now. I highly suggest it. The guy has some awesome footage from, all of these live events, the No Prep Kings, Outlaw Armageddon, all of these no prep races. Anywhere that you have seen Street Outlaws cast live, he has been there and got some awesome footage. And go check him out. And without him, I could not make my channel progress like I have. So thanks very much, Tom. It has been an amazing help to me, and I highly encourage anyone watching this video to go check his page out. One last thing that I want to say right quick is I have shirts available now. They are awesome Gildan shirts. They are amazingly comfortable shirts. They're really affordable, between 15 and 18 bucks depending on where you live, shipped. And you can't get a better shirt for that price. You can't go get a blank shirt for that price. And they are very simple. They just have a logo on the front, logo on the back, and the only thing you cannot see on the website where you ordered it, it does have an American flag on the sleeve. So go pick one of those up for yourself, get one for your friends, your family, everyone. Go pick up a couple shirts. I'm not making anything off of these shirts. The only thing that the money from these shirts is going to do is buy more shirts. I have some very awesome ideas for some shirts that are going to be coming in the near future, and the monies from these shirts is going to fund that little project. So go pick up some shirts, have fun with it. Send me some pictures of you wearing them. JEASTRACING@gmail.com is the email address for the channel. Anything you want me to know, say, do, or have, send an email. Let me know. If you want to tell me something but don't want it aired on this channel, just tell me an email and it won't get aired. I mean, I'm a pretty understanding guy and I'll go along with anybody. So with all that being said, I know I talk fast and I just said a lot of information in a short amount of time, but I'm trying to keep the video as short as I can. Thanks very much for watching. You have no idea what this channel means to me. By you watching, you are supporting me and what I'm doing, so thank you very, very much. Godspeed. I will see you in the next one.